Thank you, Susan.
Proceed.
Very good. What we want to talk about in these next 6 sessions is basically a threat assessment topology and how we go about actually doing the threat assessments. This is maybe a little different than most of the CAI webinars that I've done and that you've attended, but I would really like to get over these 6 sessions, I'd really like to get feedback from you and emails from you. Also, as we go through these 6 sessions, there will be homework, but it won't be graded. And we'll work through those as we move into the threat assessment. Today, I want to talk about planning, which is the first part, and we'll talk about the different processes of planning. Then we'll move into execution, verification, and adjustment, and each one of these has a subsection. This is a topology that we've put together at Athens Group that we use on a very regular basis. We may have anywhere from 5 to 50 threat assessments going on at any one time. And this is an ongoing process. We live this every day. The background, as some of you can probably tell, is it's based on Deming's plan, do, check, adjust model. And I think we're all fairly familiar with that. So just to keep that in mind, this is, we didn't go out and completely reinvent the wheel. We used a lot of existing processes. As an aside, we've been in the threat assessment business for oil and gas since 1998. So we've seen a lot of changes, and this is pretty much a synthesis of how we've done that threat assessment. When you look at threat assessment planning, what we're going to do in this session is look at the definition, research, preparation, and refining of the plan itself. We'll go through that whole step. When we look at the threat assessment, I'm going to be using a standard case study, a case study that of a project that we actually did, which was a Windows 10 upgrade, and it has a lot of inherent issues about it that I think will bring out why threat assessment is very important and how we want to do that. During the planning phase, when we look at defining, what this is really going to be is taking this case where we had to install and are actually still in the process of installing first of 5 drilling control systems with DCS's upgrades from Windows XP to Windows 10 IoT on new workstations. So when you look at what we're going to be doing, it's not just using Windows 10, which is fairly new and as most of us know who are running it have a few issues to it, but we're going to be using the Internet of Things version of it, and that has its own sets of complications. Some of the goals that we want to look at is we want to make sure we reduce the risk of any significant downtime due to any problems with the upgrade. We want to have a reusable system integration test. We're going to be doing this 5 times, and we want to make sure that the first time we do it, everything we produce is reusable for the next 4. We don't want to have to go back and redo it all over again. Plus, it doesn't make us look really good with our clients when we do things like that. We want a cost-effective system verification on site. And that's critical because as all of us know, we've been working with IT systems or OT systems, operational technology as opposed to information technology. We know that where they're located is a real issue. We've seen lots of problems that people didn't foresee coming into place. And one of those, if we go back to the last set of caucuses that happened in Iowa, they didn't have a lot of testing done on their systems, and they didn't realize that they didn't have cell signals in many of the places they were trying to do their work from. We also want to ensure that industrial control system requirements are met. And the industrial control system requirements as we've seen and worked with, end up being much more stringent. You're doing things that could cause irreparable damage to machines, to capital equipment, to people. So you've got to ensure that your industrial control system, the safety and security requirements are met. And that includes cybersecurity for Windows 10. And then we want to make sure that we've got this baseline system. This first of 5 drilling control systems will be done in one location, one geographic location, but the issues that come up will be addressed and mitigated on further upgrades, because this company, which is a large international oil and gas company, has multiple drilling control systems they want to upgrade. We've got a time frame, 90 days, and we've got a geographic location, which happens to be the far western Pacific. So once we've started looking at what it is we're trying to do, what I try and also do, and again, I had to go back and really bring out, we do this is part of what's embedded in our process. And again, just like the Deming plan, do, check, adjust, most of us have used the SMART processes, where specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So what you want to be able to do is look at your problem statement, look at the definition of your project, and understand, has a specific area been defined that you're going to target for the threat analysis. The next one is extremely important. How will you know when you're making progress? The idea of being measurable. Many times I've seen organizations go off on blue sky, Don Quixote type of assessments where they don't have anything that they can really measure. If you're not measuring it, you're not managing it. And if you're not managing it, how do you know when you're done? Achievable. You've got to make sure that you have the power, you've got the authority to accomplish the threat analysis. Can you get access to the people and equipment and machines and information that you need? That's a real critical part. Can you really do that? I've seen threat analysis, and I've seen people who have been given the task to mitigate a threat, but they've gotten no authority. Think along the lines of some project management issues for those of you who work closely with PMI and have a PMP. One of the major things there is, do you have the authority to do that? You can't be the project manager. Well, you can keep track of things, but you can't make the project work if you don't have the authority to do it. Is it realistic?
Hi there, I hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.